Can you guess what we're talking about today on PPT TV? Got a few hints here for you. Hi, I'm Mary Lassie, PPT coach, and I'm bringing PPT TV to you from my kitchen. And no, I'm not cooking for anybody, although I do love to cook, which most of you know, but more specifically, I do want to speak to you all about protein. So I've got a few questions for you all, and please answer in the comments. Question number 1, have you ever been told you could do with more protein in your diet? Question number 2, how much protein should you be reaching in a day? Do you know this number? And number 3, do you know why is it even important to get protein into your diet in a specific amount in the day? I'm going to start by answering or helping out with some of them. I'm going to start at the end. Number 3, why is it important? Lots of reasons. I'm going to give you 2 I can't get past. Protein keeps you fuller for longer, and this is good news, especially if you are on a fat loss diet. So if your calories are low and you're feeling a little bit hungry and you needed to snack, your go-to should be a protein source. So why does this happen? Well, protein does take longer in your body to break down, okay? So your body's working hard to work through the food that you've put in. And another reason is that it releases the hormone in your gut that takes care of your satiety. So, win-win. The other reason why it's important is because protein is made up from amino acids, which are commonly known as the building blocks. And our bodies in turn need these to repair, to build, to sustain itself. Muscles, bones, hormones, enzymes. Protein is front and center of all of that. So you do not want to be, depriving yourself of the right amount. What happens if you do is that our body has a really good way of sustaining itself, and there's systems in place, and it will start to break down from materials that we've got, i.e. first and foremost muscle, and replace what we're not bringing in. So you don't want to be doing that, because muscle loss is never the goal. When you're training hard, you don't want to be losing muscle. So that leads me to question number 2. How much is enough protein? And how much do you need in your diet? Super simple equation, and I'm assuming that you're exercising because this can vary, but if you think blanket rule, 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight, okay, so if you're a 60 kilo person, you want about 120 grams of protein in your day. All right, and I'm not going to tell you need to count your calories, because there's a few ways that we can kind of try to make sure we hit this amount, but think protein at every meal and palm size serving as a guide. So that, this is your key. So here, for example, I've got a packet of chicken. This is 260 grams. About half of that would be 1 serve or thereabouts. Okay, so a good guide for you all. 1 scoop of protein, 30 grams. Again, a really good guide. In front of me, I've got a heap of different protein options, vegetarian and non-vegetarian alike. Some are good for snacks, some are good for meals, but it just shows you the variety that you can actually get into your day to make your protein targets. Let's take that 120 gram total as a guide, and we want to get that in throughout the day. And you eat 3 times a day and you train, so you've got a post-workout shake. This will take care of, or your post-workout shake will take care of 1 serving, so that's 30 grams done. So we've got another, 3 lots of 30 to go. You might want to have a little bit more, a little bit less at different times of the day. Remember, protein keeps you fuller for longer. So if you've got a big stint throughout the day where you can't get much food in or snack, you might want to have a bigger serve before you have those, however many hours to your next meal. You might start the morning with some, an omelette made with some eggs, some cheese. I've got some ricotta cheese here and some shredded protein in there. So you've got some chicken. You give yourself a bit of time. Your next meal might be lunch. You might go some tinned tuna with lentils, for example, some edamame beans and some green leaf. We are slowly ticking away at this protein target. Mid-afternoon, you might get a bit hungry. What are you going to snack on? You're at work, you're at your desk. Pepitas. These are great and packed with protein. So you can just munch on them and it'll keep you going. And, a bit of convenience food sometimes doesn't go astray either. You don't want to be relying on things like protein bars. Much rather see you get it from real food, but they do help. Then it takes you through to evening. We're nearly at dinner, and dinner you can, do what you do at dinner, but make sure there's protein in there. You might want to have a larger serve to, again, curb your appetite through to breakfast. But you've got so many options and sources. If you're a vegetarian, you've got tofu. Now, I learnt today also that hard tofu has a higher protein content. So that would be my go-to if I was a vegetarian for dinner, definitely. But, you know, tofu, we've got beans, we've got meats, chicken, fish, lots and lots of options. So I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm hoping that you've got a few different ideas on how you can make protein, your protein targets through the day. Would love to take any questions from you guys, suggestions on future topics, things you need help with, drop them in the comments because we want to bring you lots of info in PPT TV. So let us know your thoughts on the video and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks, bye.